baseball. And we are underway as the first pitch of Game 6 is swung on and missed for strike one.
First pitch, 7 o'clock.
And he falls behind 0-2. And this is taken for a called third strike as the leadoff man is set down to open up the ball game.
And we'll get a look here at the grip on that last cutter. You can see he holds this thing way over to one side. And the idea is that at the last moment it'll cut in towards the hitter, just like that one did.
Here's Corey Seager. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. Bases are empty, one man out. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Good bite to that sinker as he gets him to swing through it for out number 2.
He hasn't wasted any pitches so far early in the game. That's 6 pitches, 2 strikeouts already. If these first 2 hitters are any indication, there could be a whole lot more of these to come.
Stepping in now, Justin Turner. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball 1. 2 out, nobody on. Ground ball right side. There's Baez. Throw on to first, gets him, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Dodgers. And now it'll be the Cubs' turn in a scoreless ball game. And now time to check how Joe Madden has lined the Cubbies up in this one. Eric, who should we keep an eye on?
Well, I'm definitely pretty excited about seeing Addison Russell play. He's made a difference in this series so far. Already with 2 home runs to his credit, he looks really locked in at the plate, and I think he's got a good chance to keep that hot hitting going.
Clayton Kershaw is charged with keeping their hopes alive on the mound here in the League Championship Series. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, remember, he's got 5 pitches to work with, so that really makes it difficult for the hitter. He can change speeds, ball moving in and out. Not a lot of fun for the hitters.
Well, there you see Dexter Fowler as he'll be the one to commence the action in the bottom half of the first. Now a swing and a ball lofted down the right field line and fairly deep. And that'll get down out there near the wall. Fowler around second. He's headed for third. The relay throw, and he is in there.
Oh, and a great way to start the home half of the first. Leadoff triple puts pressure on this pitcher right from the start tonight.
Coming to the plate now, Chris Bryant. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the entire complexion of the game if you can put the other guys on their heels right away.
Line to the right side. Reddick is there. Let's see if they try it. And he's just going to try to draw an airmailed throw as he heads back to third now with 1 away in the inning.
Well, he gave up the hit with the first pitch he threw. Now he gets an out with the second. At least we'll have a quick game on our hands if this keeps up.
Anthony Rizzo to step in here with a runner at third now, so maybe an important at-bat here early in the ball game.
Yeah, I think you really need to get something out of this inning, even if it's just a sacrifice fly. If you let this guy off the hook, he might not even give you another chance.
This is in the air out to straightaway center. On the move is Peterson. He makes the running play. 2 down. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
Batting fourth, left fielder, and
Even after the leadoff triple, it was no gimme that they were going to get him home, especially after the next guy makes it out. But here, this is a good job of finding a pitch that he can elevate, and he does so to drive in that run.
Ben Zobrist will stand in, and this pitching staff has kept his bat silent throughout the series so far.
Yeah, just 2 hits for him so far, but you got to figure he's due. I don't think they're going to hold him down all series long.
Kershaw looks in. Here's the first pitch. And opposite field as he lines this down the line in right. And that's a fair ball heading out toward the 353 sign on the Ivy. And he'll make it in there with a 2-out double.
batting fifth, second baseman, Javier.
Boy, already a triple and a double against him here in the first inning. And he has not looked all too sharp, at least early on.
Here's Javier Baez. Now a swing, and he pops him up. Right up the chute. This may be tough behind the plate. And he will indeed make the play in foul territory to retire the side. I have to imagine there's a full moon tonight, judging by this bunch. More from Game 6 after this message and a word from our local stations. Adrian Gonzalez will dig in now, and he's picked the wrong time of year for his bat to go silent.
Yeah, just 1 hit in the series so far for him, and they're going to have to get more out of his bat. He's got to make sure he doesn't press up there, or that average is going to continue to go south.
Into the windup and the pitch. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. Time for a look at the umpires working this one. Behind the plate is Darryl Parker.
Well, overall, Parker is a solid umpire, but I have seen sometimes when there was some inconsistency calling the corners. As a pitcher, it seems he doesn't always give you the same spot when it's on the black.
And there's a swing and a miss as Adrian finds himself in an 0-2 hole now. Chop foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he looks at a cold strike 3 as the cut fastball's in there, and that's out number 1.
Well, that's a very effective pitch right here. Just a little backdoor cut fastball. This thing doesn't have a whole lot of movement, but it has just enough to catch that outside edge for a called third strike.
Stepping in is Josh Reddick. As a good changeup will get him to commit too early, and it's strike 1.
That is the hardest first pitch to look for because you just can't wait long enough. Not only is it a hard pitch to hit, but it sets up everything else you have.
Tap foul at home plate. Chopped down the third base line. Foul, says the third base umpire. Second inning here as the Cubs lead this one early 1-0. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Grounded up the first baseline, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now.
That's a good location for that cutter with 2 strikes. He's either got to take that and hope it's a ball, or he's got to foul that thing off.
Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2. And with 2 away, here's a look at our updated playoff brackets. And the question on everyone's mind is, will we be able to punch our first ticket to the World Series after tonight's ball game? Jock Peterson Stands in, looking to put the bat on the ball for a change here, with the first two guys going down on strikes to start the inning. Chopped foul right at home plate. It's strike one. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Yeah, that pitch is still up a little bit, but at least this one was out on a corner. But I don't think I'd want to be making a living up there too much.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. We've got more. It's Game 6, and we're back after this. Number 40 stands in.
Leading off for the Cubs, catcher, number 40.
Kershaw's ready. Here comes the first pitch. Hit the other way out toward right field. Reddick is there, and he'll bring this one in.
He's just trying to get a fastball in there to start the inning. Ball winds up getting hit pretty well, but not well enough to do any damage. It's a 1-pitch out.
Addison Russell will stand in, and you see the numbers for the series so far. He's really been one of their unsung heroes.
Well, it seems like in just about every series, you get that one guy who really steps up, and he's been that guy so far.
And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
And he's going right through him here in the second. That's 2 pitches and 2 outs. And, you know, quick innings like this early on, that can really pay off later in the game.
Number 5 stands in for the first time. And this ball is crushed deep down the right field line. And it'll fade just at the end and winds up a long foul ball. That ball's headed for the gap in left center. He's got a base hit, possibly more. Solid base hit for him, his first of the afternoon.
Mission accomplished there with 2 away. You just want to give your pitcher a chance to hit here this inning instead of leading off the next one. He does it with a solid single there.
Into the box now, Kyle Hendricks. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Slapped hard the opposite way. Reddick is there, and they breeze through this half inning as the side is retired. 1 left for the Cubs. We play 2 innings. It's 1-0. Yasmani Grandal will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so against a guy who's definitely in a groove out there.
Number 9.
Yeah, he struck out the side his last time through, and they've got to do something to get this guy out of the role that he's been on.
Cut fastball taken for strike 1. Good hard sinker that time, and he's in control. 0-2.
Right now, they'd be lucky to just put one in play.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. And another foul ball. Ready with the 0-2. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Fowler on the run. Makes the play, 1 away.
I thought for a second that this might make a dent in both the hit and the run column, but he didn't quite get all of it. It's probably the best swing, though, they've had so far.
So the bases are empty with 1 man gone. And making his way in is the second baseman, Chase Utley. And here is strike 1 call to the 37-year-old veteran up there. 0-1.
I tell you, he's got a good pace, a good tempo to him out there right now.
Dodgers have yet to break into the hit column here. Very weakly on the ground, but that one rolls foul. And here's a ball hit in the air. Zobrist on the move, and this will wind up a foul ball. Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. The 0-2 delivery. On the ground to the left side. Bryant is up with it. Throw to first, and Utley's retired. 2 gone.
Batting ninth, the pitcher, number 22, Clayton Kershaw.
Clayton Kershaw will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Yeah, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
And too high with the cut fastball. It's 1-0 now. Cut fastball, and it's by him 1-1. A ball and 2 strikes. The count now with the bases empty and 2 away.
Well, give him some credit. With 2 outs, a lot of pitchers will just leave that bat on their shoulder, but he's at least taking some hacks and making the pitcher work.
A little bouncer. That ball's foul, so a good job to fight it off and stay alive. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Dodgers down in order. They trail this one 1-0. Dexter Fowler digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
And guys, this is the guy you want leading off this inning. He's your leadoff man, so maybe he can get things started, set the table for a little bit of a rally.
And this is going to find the seam in right center and should get to the ivy for extra bases. And he'll get in there standing up with a leadoff double.
Right center field. This is a fastball, and he just slashes this thing the other way into the gap. No real chance for the outfielders to cut that one off, and he's going to wind up on second with a leadoff double.
Chris Bryant stands in for the second time. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat.
And Matt, you know what? It's always a little frustrating when you square one up, you hit a solid live drive somewhere, and all you get to show for it is a nice little jog right back to the dugout. That can get in your head a little bit after a while.
Kershaw comes set. First pitch on the way. Hard liner to center field. Peterson has to roam straight back, but he has it for the first out.
First baseman, number 44.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Anthony Rizzo earned himself an RBI with a sac fly his last time at the plate. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Peterson comes on now and makes the catch in shallow center for round number 2.
And this is all about taking charge out there. That's the center fielder's ball if he can get there. So he calls everybody off and he makes the play easily.
Ben Zobrist walks into the box, reached base with a double his first time up.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
Taken high and deep to right. Back goes Reddick at the track. But he has no chance to make the play. It's off the wall. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second. It's a 2-0 ball game.
I got to tell you, I love the way this guy just lets it rip. Ahead in the count, behind in the count. It really doesn't matter to this guy. He's just going to go up hacking. And he drives in a run right here as he just drills this one for 2 bases.
Here's Javier Baez as he swings and hits a line drive out to left. Number 60 is there, and it's a very quick inning as the side is retired. Cubs pick up a run on the RBI double. We played 3 full. It's now 2-0 Chicago. Number 60 will stand in to begin their half of the 4th, with his guys still looking for their first hit of the ball game.
And still looking for their first base runner, too. 9 up, 9 down.
Into the seats, 0-1. A windup and the 0-1. And boy, big problems here to start this at-bat. It's 0-2 now.
Boy, they're just hacking at everything. I mean, everything.
And this is swung on and missed, and this 4th inning will start the same way he ended the 3rd, with a strikeout, and there's 1 away. So with 1 away, let's punch up the graphic and show you the pitch speed comparison for the 2 starters here in the 4th inning. And you can see that one guy clearly the leader in this category so far, 95 miles an hour versus an even 90 for the other. Striding into the box, Corey Seager. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
This guy has been amazing. He's thrown a first pitch strike to around 80% of the batters he's faced, and we're in the middle innings now, so you know he's doing well.
Dodgers have yet to break into the hit column here. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Now a swing, and he pops it foul behind the plate. Trying to strike him out for the 2nd time. Ground ball left side. Bryant's got it. On to first, and there are 2 down.
Man, and not only has he not allowed a hit to this point, but he's also faced the minimum so far. You can't do much better than that.
Justin Turner digs in with his team still looking at a 0 in the hit column.
Yeah, they just haven't been able to figure it out yet, but it's still early. We're seeing some pretty good pitching so far in this game.
And here's a ball hit in the air. Bryant is there for it. And that retires the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Dodgers. They trail it here 2-0. Number 40 will dig in. 0 for 1 in the ballgame.
The Chicago 4th, catcher, number 40.
Kershaw into the windup. First pitch on its way. Back to work now is Kershaw as he jumps ahead of the leadoff man. 0-1.
Well, that one's at 94, so the velocity's good right now.
Hit hard towards center, and a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
You talk about a guy who's really stepped it up all throughout this postseason. Here's your man right here. And he's on base again as he leads off the inning with a base hit.
Here's Addison Russell, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. 2 runs, 6 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. That's popped up out towards short right field. Oh, and he botches it. And they'll wind up with no play here as he reaches first safely. But they will still get the lead runner at second, so no double play. But, boy, very fortunate to record the first out there. Line drive to center field. Peterson is there now, and he has it. 2 gone.
Now batting, the pitcher,
Kyle Hendricks stands in for the second time. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, he put a good swing on it last time, so we'll see if he can make one fall here.
First pitch of the at-bat. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Peterson on the run. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Cubs strand 1 as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Adrian Gonzalez will stand in to lead things off here, and his guys have been unable to get anything going to this point.
Yeah, and you think so many times in the postseason we see starting pitching really come to the forefront, and this guy's been every bit as good as advertised so far.
Gets him out in front as this is hit in the air down the right field line. Number 5 is there to make the play, and Adrian's retired on just 1 pitch.
The first thing a pitcher does when he walks out of the tunnel here at Wrigley, he'll take a look at those flags and see which way they are blowing. I mean, this place, it can play like 2 totally separate ballparks from one day to the next.
Sends that one out of play for strike 1. No runs, no hits, no errors for the Dodgers thus far. And it's quickly 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ballgame. A look at our line score to this point, and I'm almost certainly jinxing things by pointing it out, but it's worth mentioning that 0 in the hit column through 2 outs here in the 5th. Jock Peterson is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yeah, and he went down in flames, too. Got him in just 3 pitches.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Well on his way to another good inning right here, and you see the pitch count. It's not even close to being a factor just yet.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Yeah, 1 pitch away now from getting through 5 shutout innings. And I'll tell you what, the way he's throwing, this could turn out to be a night off for the bullpen.
A big uppercut there as he popped this straight up. Bryant is there for it. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Dexter Fowler will be the one to lead it off when we come back. It's the Cubs 2 and the Dodgers nothing. And there is Dexter Fowler. He'll be the one to start things here against Clayton Kershaw.
Center fielder, Dexter Fowler.
And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1. There's his total now, just into his 5th inning of work. Nothing too out of the ordinary there.
Well, the pitch count's the least of his worries. If his guys don't get him any runs, I don't think it'll matter all that much.
Yeah, he's got his first single of the ball game here to go along with the double and a triple from earlier. So what do you think, guys? In his next at-bat, he absolutely comes out of his shoes trying to get the homer.
Chris Bryant will stand in, hoping he can find a little green out there for once. He's lined out twice thus far.
Well, sitting up here, it looks like there's a lot of wide open spaces, but he's been hitting them right at people all game long.
He's set. Here it comes. Watches a fastball right there for strike one.
And he's just doing the job of a number 2 hitter. Sometimes you have to take pitches that are good pitches to hit. That's a pretty good fastball right down the middle. He didn't swing at it, maybe wondering if that runner might have been going.
Oh, high, deep. That is a moonshot, folks. A long home run. So a 2-run shot to left center, his first homer here in the series, and with it, the Cubs have moved out in front now 4-0.
And this is what you expect when you make it to the postseason. I mean, you expect the guys that have carried you all year to keep on producing, and sure enough, he comes through again and delivers a no-doubter here.
Some action in the Dodger bullpen now as it appears they have both a lefty and a right-hander up and throwing. Anthony Rizzo stands in now. A screaming base hit here, his first of the night. The relay, and he's going to make it. He gets into second base with a hustle double.
Now batting, left fielder, Ben Zobrist.
Ben Zobrist stands in, looking to build off that RBI double from his last plate appearance.
And remember, he jumped all over that first pitch, so don't be surprised if he does it here again.
Outside target here, and he hits it for strike one.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller out there, you're just conditioned to always look for something down. So he can surprise you with that high fastball, maybe four-seam it every once in a while, and when he does, you can forget it.
Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. Around third and being waved on home. The run scores from second, now a 5-0 lead. And he will pull into second with an RBI double.
Wow, stay hot, why don't you? He is wearing these guys out. His third double of the game, and I think these guys have seen just about enough of him.
Here comes the Dodger manager making his way toward the mound. And he's going to motion for his bullpen here. That'll do it for the starter tonight. So he'll depart after working just 4+ innings, as this will not go down as a quality start, that's for sure. Number 7 will come in and pitch now.
Pitching for Los Angeles, number 7.
Here's Javier Baez. In the air to center field and deep back is the center fielder. Back he goes, but this is going to be a home run. Two-run shot to straightaway center. His first homer so far in the series, as this lead swells to 7-0.
How's this for a welcome to the ball game? One pitch and see you later. Now, I've got a feeling that's not what the manager had in mind.
Now batting.
Into the box now, number 40. Skied into straightaway right. On the move is Reddick. And that's the first out of the inning.
The batter, the shortstop, Addison Russell.
Addison Russell stands in. He'll try to improve in this at-bat after grounding into a fielder's choice his last time up. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
I tell you, that one's coming in fast, but it's going out faster. Does he square this one up or what? You bet he does.
Standing in now, number 5. As he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half, it's 0-1. I think that man right there is reaching the end of his wits.
Oh, his team is absolutely imploding right now, and it basically came out of nowhere.
Line toward the alley in left center. And that's into the outfield for a one-out base hit. And they'll have runners at second and third following the one-out double.
Now batting.
You make a mistake up to this guy, he's going to make you pay. This pitch is belt high, and he just jumps all over it and drives it into the alley to put runners on second and third now.
Kyle Hendricks will stand in with a chance to help himself out big time here with a couple of men in scoring position.
And a lot of times, pitchers go up there just because they sort of have to. But here, if you go up and just think ground ball up the middle, you might get one home, maybe two. This is a big time chance.
But there to take this one is the second baseman, and that's out number 2.
Well, that's a big break right there that this ball's hit right at him. If this is a few feet in either direction, this might be 2 runs. Instead, that keeps those runners frozen at second and third with 2 outs now.
Here's Dexter Fowler now. Now a shot to center field. Back goes the center fielder, but this ball has plenty behind it, and it's a home run. So a 3-run blast to deep center here. His first homer here in the series as this lead got even wider.
If you're going to finish off a cycle, you may as well do it with the long ball. You had to figure he'd be swinging for the fences when he got up there, and sure enough, he put the charge into this one to put his name in the record books.
Now batting.
Stepping in, Chris Bryant, and he'll be looking to add on to his 2 RBIs from earlier. First pitch on its way. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. Hit hard up the middle, and that's in for his second hit of the afternoon.
And you know the hitting coach right now is sitting in that dugout pumping his fist because that's what he's preaching all day, every day. Hit the ball up the middle, hit it hard.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now. Now here's a swing and a high pop-up drifting into shallow right field. Utley is there to make the catch, and mercifully the side is finally retired. Another good inning for the Cubs here, and you don't need me to tell you that these folks don't need much of a reason to have a good time. More from Game 6 after this message and a word from our local stations. Yasmani Grandal will stride forward to lead it off. And I'd imagine he'll do so with some tired legs after being out in the field for that last half inning.
Yeah, that was a killer. He could probably use a minute or two on the bench, but he gets pressed right back into action here.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And this is fouled back and out of play. Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2.
And if he's had any postseason jitters, he hasn't shown them to me.
No, he's been outstanding so far.
And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out.
And sometimes this is all you have to do. Throw a ton of strikes and keep the ball in the yard. It's worked for him so far.
So the leadoff man set down now for Chase Utley. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Behind on that one. Now behind in the count. 0-1. Hits it high and deep out to center field. Back goes Fowler to the track. A leap at the wall by Fowler, but he'll come up empty. It's a home run. Solo shot that time from Chase Utley. His first homer so far in the series, but they're going to need a few more here as they're still well behind.
Well, with the hole that they've dug themselves here early in the ballgame, it's definitely going to be a long road back. But we've seen stranger things happen, and who knows? Maybe we'll look back on this home run as the one shot that got the huge comeback started.
Andre Ethier will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 16, Andre Ethier.
He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And there's a swing and a miss by Ethier. He falls behind 0-2 now. One out, nobody on. Right side. Throw to first is in time to retire Ethier for out number 2.
Now batting.
You get a look there
Number
at his
60.
pitch breakdown so far. Well, that sinker of his is a great weapon to have, and he picked the right spot to use it there.
Number 60 will dig in. 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts thus far.
Yeah, a tough one at the plate for him so far with the 2 punch-outs. But hey, that's going to happen to you at times, and you just have to have a short memory in this game.
That's yanked into the stands. Strike 1. Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. The Dodgers do get one back on the solo home run. On to the bottom of the 6th. It's the Cubbies 10 and the Dodgers 1. Joe Blanton will come on now to try and sort this mess out, as he'll likely be asked to go at least a few innings here. Ben Zobrist will be the first one to greet him here, as he'll be forced to turn around and hit from the left side now.
Well, he's done some pretty good damage in clutch situations with 2 RBIs in this game already.
And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1. Sent on the ground out to second. Throw over by Utley, 1 away.
Second baseman, number 9, Javier Baez.
Javier Baez will stand in again as we flash you back to the middle innings here. This was a big blow, a 2-run home run that really got his guys going. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Drifting toward the third base dugout. Turner is in his tracks now, and he's got it for out number 2.
Now
How about this out of the
number
bullpen?
40.
3 pitches, 2 outs. Can't do a whole lot better than that.
Number 40 steps into the box. Swing, and he puts a charge into this one. High and deep, and you can't forget about it. This ball is gone. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His first homer here in the series as the blowout continues.
That pitcher's got to be thinking, how can I throw a pitch like that in this situation? That thing was so right down the middle, it absolutely got hammered, and he knew it as soon as he let go of it.
Here's Addison Russell.
Shortstop, Addison.
Hard hit ball towards the hole. And a knock for him this time. He's 2 for 4 for the game.
And when you see a guy rip one like this, one pitch after the previous guy left the yard, you know you're dealing with a pitcher whose mind is elsewhere. That'll snap you back to reality, though, pretty quick.
In now, number 5. As he gets under the first pitch and sends a fly ball out to right field. And Reddick will put this one away to retire the side. So a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We're on to the 7th here in Game 6. It's the Cubs 11 and the Dodgers 1. Welcome back here to the historic friendly confines of Wrigley Field. Game 6 moves on to the 7th inning now, but before we start, let's call on our game summary to show you how we got here. Corey Seager is set to get us started for the late innings of this one.
Boy, they've got some work to do here, but there's still a lot of time left in this game, so just chip away, chip away.
Hit high and deep to straightaway right field. And he's going to have room to put this one away, and that's the first out.
Yeah, another good start to an inning for him here. He's really only made one bad pitch the entire game. That was the solo home run. Other than that, you can see there, not much to speak of at all.
Justin Turner will get his 3rd shot at it here. He's bounced out and popped out in his previous 2 trips.
Well, on the bright side, I guess, he is putting the ball in play. He's just not getting that solid contact that you're looking for when a guy is really seeing the ball well.
Sinker to open the AB in there for strike 1.
He's now thrown a first pitch strike to about 80% of the batters he's faced, and that is just pounding the strike zone. He's pitching so well, and this game's getting late.
And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ballgame.
Now batting number 23.
Well, in case you're just tuning in, you've missed a lot of these so far. 11 for him in the contest all told, as he just continues to mow down the opposing lineup here late into the ballgame. Here's Adrian now. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. You have to say they've really had a good game plan for attacking the 3, 4, 5 hitters all game long.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that's better than a game plan has been the execution of that game plan. You're exactly right. They've held this lineup at bay.
And that's in there as well. 0-2 now.
Boy, I'll tell you, to be down 0-2 against a guy like this with the stuff he's got tonight, not a comfortable spot to be in.
Out in front of that one, may have been looking fastball. Good job just to make contact. 2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Gets a small piece near the plate, but it gets fouled. Can't quite get around in time to keep it fair, and it remains 0-2. Too high. 1-2.
Tough pitch to lay off there with 2 strikes. I'm not sure if that was a good take or whether he just got fooled on a changeup and couldn't pull the trigger.
And there's a pitch Gonzalez takes, and we're back even at 2-2.
And this is where he gets so tough. He's seen everything.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Dodgers down in order. They trail by double digits, 11-1. Kyle Hendricks will buy himself another at-bat, and in turn he'll get himself a nice little ovation for the work he's turned in on the mound so far.
He's been great. This is an appreciative crowd. They like what they've seen, and I don't blame them.
Here's the first pitch to him. Now a swing and a fly ball hit fairly well out to deep center field. Peterson has to roam straight back, but he has it for the first out.
Yeah, jumping on the first pitch of the inning there. Gave it a pretty good ride, but in the end, it winds up being a pretty routine first out.
Standing in a perfect 4 for 4 so far, Dexter Fowler. And we'll see if he can put together a rare 5-hit performance here. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Oh, and he turns another one around here. And his fine ball game will continue. Give him another home run. A solo home run there for Dexter Fowler. His second of the game as they just continue to pour it on here.
Whatever these guys are putting in their pregame meal, you can be darn sure they're getting the same setup tomorrow. That's 5 home runs as a team now. I mean, these guys are feeling it up there.
Chris Bryant is into the box now. He hit one over the wall back in the 5th.
Chris Bryant.
First delivery to him on the way. Right side hit hard. And that's in there for a base hit. His 3rd hit of the game. Anthony Rizzo steps in with 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good inning here so far, so we'll see if they can.
Oh, hang on now. This ball is smoked to right, and I don't think this one's coming back. No chance. It's gone. A 2-run shot off the bat of Anthony Rizzo. His 2nd home run of the series as this lead got even wider.
You want to talk about an offensive explosion? That's 6 home runs as a team so far. I mean, you might get that once a season. The whole lineup's been absolutely dialed in.
Here's Ben Zobrist now.
Left fielder.
Back to the mound and off his leg. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Boy, this one might be a case of adding injury to insult. It hasn't been his finest performance so far, and now this one shot right back at him at the mound. No time to get out of the way, and that's going to sting for quite a while.
Javier Baez is in with one away now as he swings and misses here at strike one. Seems like they're showing a lot of faith in this guy, leaving him out there.
And I think you appreciate that as a pitcher, but sometimes when you don't have it, you don't have it. Looks like this is going to be one of those times.
A pause and the 0-2. Line drive to left. In there, a base hit.
Boy, they are really sticking it to him right here. That's the 5th hit he's coughed up in this inning alone, and you got to believe that that leash is getting a little bit shorter with each passing batter.
Number 40 will stand in yet again as we flash you back to the middle innings. This was a turning point here. A solo home run that was really one of the key at-bats of the ballgame to this point. Here comes the first pitch. Hot shot on the ground to short. And he whips on it as this ball's right under his glove. The runner from second crosses the plate.
And the beat goes on. Another great at-bat, and what else is new? They've now thrown 15 runs up on the scoreboard. Now that is a good day's work.
Addison Russell digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hot shot to third. Turner's got it. Utley for one. Over to Gonzalez, and they get the double play they needed to get him out of the inning. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. We've got more. It's Game 6, and we're back after this. Josh Reddick will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far.
Well, we've been talking about it a lot, but this offense is just getting shut down right now. And we've seen some really fantastic pitching in this one.
Fans, this reminder to stop by the stadium store located on the main concourse to pick up all your postseason souvenirs. We've got hats, we've got shirts, we've got jerseys. You want it, we've got it. Make sure to stop by tonight to make sure you're outfitted for the postseason. A reminder, fans, that all games this season will be broadcast in Spanish on AM 1440 by the announcing team of Jason Villa and Lorne Asuncion.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Chopped foul over towards the dugout. The 0-1 pitch. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Got him. Dropped by the catcher, though. Number 40 finds it. So not the start to the inning he was looking for as he got the strikeout, but the runner reaches anyway.
Jock Peterson.
Jock Peterson will stand in. He struck out and popped out in 2 trips. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. Right by him here, and he's set up for another strikeout here. The count to 0-2.
Well, a couple of good swings back-to-back, but nothing at all to show for it.
Struck him out and make it 14 punch-outs now in the game. With that, we'll give you a look at our starter comparison for the 2 starting pitchers in the game, and the column to look at is the one on the right side of your screen. Not too many hits to go around at this point in the ballgame. Yasmani Grandal will stand in now. He flew out in his first time around and then was a strikeout victim last time. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Bounced softly in front of the plate. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Yeah, and the only silver lining to this offensively is that you get that guy up to second base, and now he's in scoring position with 2 outs. But I would doubt seriously that that was his intention.
Chase Utley is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Going for his 15th strikeout. Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. One left for L.A. And as you can see, they are way behind. Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Chris Hatcher will come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger.
Number 41, Chris Hatcher. Now playing second base and batting in the ninth spot.
Number 5 will bat now. A couple of hits in 4 trips, including a double.
Well, a multi-hit game already in the books, and we'll see what kind of damage he can do right here.
This is hit down the right field line, but it's going to get out of play for strike 1. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Well, he'll lean pretty heavily on that fastball. Why not? It's a big one.
High and deep to right center field. Reddick racing back, but he's not going to get this one. It's into the gap, and he is into second with a double, his 3rd hit of the night.
Off the bat, I thought this thing might be caught, but it just keeps going and going, and he nearly got it out of here as he winds up hitting it off the track. He's into second base here with a leadoff double.
Kyle Hendricks comes forward, and we'll see how they play it here. The sacrifice may be in order with nobody out. Jason Hayward will come off the bench now as he'll pinch hit with the runner at second and nobody out.
Well, in my opinion, if it's anybody else in the order, let him swing. But you're talking about a pitcher. Make sure he gets the ball down, move the guy to third base, and go to work.
High and deep to left center field. Back on it is the left fielder, and this one is gone. A home run. A 2-run home run that time for Jason Hayward. His first homer so far in the series as the blowout continues.
Talk about everybody having hits. Jeez. I think everybody in this lineup's going to have a home run before this one's done. That's 7 home runs as a team.
Here's Dexter Fowler now. Lifted into center field. Peterson moves over. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
And that's probably going to be his final at-bat. So you figure he won't get his 3rd home run of the game, but still, he's been a real handful here in this one.
Chris Bryant digs in. He reached on a single and would later wind up scoring in his last at-bat. Hit in the air to right center field. This ball is carrying well. Back it goes, and it is out of here. Solo shot to right center. His 2nd home run of the game as they just continue to pour it on here.
Sometimes these pitchers, they let their egos get the better of them. But here, instead of working the corners, maybe using something with a little more movement, gives him a straight challenge. Winds up costing him.
First baseman number 44.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now. Swing and a drive to right center. Hey, that ball's going to be way out of here. Back-to-back home runs. Solo home run here for Anthony Rizzo. His 2nd of the game as this lead got even wider.
As a pitcher, and especially as a relief pitcher, you got to have a short memory out there. Here, he gets burned again on back-to-back home runs. Not really what you want to do when you're coming out of the pen.
Now batting.
Here's Ben Zobrist now. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Around first is Zobrist heading for second now. And he'll cruise into the bag at second with a one-out double.
Second base.
Boy, and they have not been able to get him out. This is now a 5-hit ball game for him here, and those don't come along every day. Javier Baez steps in looking for his third hit of the ball game.
Well, anytime you can put together a 3-hit game, you're doing something right out there, and we'll see if he can pull it off.
First offering on its way. Bullet back up the middle. Peterson is there, 2 gone.
This ball's just hit way too hard to think about tagging up and trying for third, so he's just going to have to be happy where he is right there at second.
Number 40 will stand in now. 3 hits, including a homer for him in this one.
And you know, guys, games like this, you just don't want them to end.
Hit pretty well as this is out toward deep center. Peterson giving chase. He makes the play. A great catch on the run to retire the side. So they nearly bat around here as 8 men come to the plate and they push across 4 runs. 9th inning coming up. Cubs lead it 19-1. Back here in Chicago with a great view of downtown as we're set here to start the 9th inning from Wrigley Field. Justin Grimm will come in now working with a huge lead, so he'll just look to get some work in here. Kike Hernandez will come forward now trying to stave off elimination as he'll get the first crack at things here in their half of the 9th.
Well, it's so hard to believe that everything they've worked for all season long comes down now to these final 3 outs.
9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike.
And you know what? These days, so many guys are throwing in the high 90s. It makes those mid to low 90s guys look easy. But I'll tell you what, if he mixes his pitches well, it can still be plenty fast to have to deal with.
And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
He might have thought he'd be getting another dose of that curveball because he was way behind that one.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And a swing and a miss. Good pitch there for the first out here in the 9th. 2 outs away from a victory here that you'd have to say will be a rather convincing one.
You know, Matt, in every phase of the game, hitting, pitching, defense, it all favors the home side here. Top to bottom, they've been the better team.
Number 60 will try and snap out of it. 3 at-bats and 3 whiffs thus far.
Oh, and guys, he's already got the hat trick, and he's got that old golden sombrero staring him right in the face. I can't watch.
And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1. And this is fouled straight back. And he struck him out again. So that's the old sombrero there, partner. 4 strikeouts in the ballgame.
I'll tell you what, if you're related to this guy right now, you might want to turn away from the screen because this is going to be tough to watch. Here they are, one after another. That's 4 strikeouts for him, and that's called the golden sombrero.
Corey Seager will stand in, and their season hangs in the balance here as they're down to their final out. And this pitch is right down the middle, strike 1.
Yeah, a little surprising he didn't offer it that one. That was a dangerous spot for a good fastball hitter.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate with the fastball as he backs him off a bit.
He will definitely give you something to think about up there. There are no comfortable at-bats against this guy.
Taken called strike 2, and now they're down to their final strike tonight.
Very patient here to start the at-bat. Maybe even a little too patient because now he's down 1 and 2.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to get anything better than that to hit.
And there will be joy in Wrigleyville tonight. Say it with me, folks. Holy cow, the Cubs are going to the World Series.
Boy, that's one happy bunch of guys down there right now. They are the National League champions, but they know they're not done yet. They've got one more big hurdle standing in front of them, but these guys are looking like they're going to be awfully tough to beat.
And, guys, little doubt that the big bat here tonight belonged to this gentleman right here, Dexter Fowler. Don't put that card in your bicycle spokes. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, I think in the end, this really could have been anybody's award. But what the heck? Let's go ahead and give it to this guy. He's as deserving as anybody.
For Eric Harrow, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been the NL Championship Series on MLB The Show.
Time of the ball game, 4 hours exactly. Tonight's paid attendance at Wrigley Field, 45,936. As always, we thank you for your support of Chicago Cubs baseball and remind you to please drive home safely.